Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500, welcome to day 2 on Project Love. Today we are going to get the bumper done. Sorry, when I say done, I mean back on the car. Get it buffed up, get the light back in it. I've repaired the headlight, I've got to get that in and do a test fit on that, make sure it all goes in okay. Adjust the wing if necessary, get the wheels on, get it on the ground, and then take it for a little spin. It's all taxed, insured and MOT'd so we can drive it. So let's get on with it, let's get it done, and let's see how it runs. Right, headlights in. I had to, as well as putting that bracket on, I need to tighten that up properly. This had also broken off, well, it was hanging on, and as I lifted the headlight, it just sort of came away in my hand. So I super glued that last night, and this morning I've put 2 hot staples in that side and 2 hot staples in that side. I'm going to file those down a little bit more because they're a little bit sharp. If someone's cleaning the car and they catch their hands on them, they'll rip their hands. So yeah, I'll just file those down a smidgen more. So yeah, so that's nice and sturdy now and in the right place. I put that back in, I loosened that off, and then I've just, it was a little bit tight on there, and the bonnet was, and the bonnet was protruding just a smidgen over. So I've loosened that, just pulled it over just a tiny bit, retightened it, and now it's absolutely spot on. So I seem to have lost one of the cables off of the, oh no, it's on the light, it's attached to the light, of course it is, yeah. So I'm going to get this on the grass, I'm going to polish, I'm going to wet sand it and polish it. I'm going to, rather than doing it on the car, I'm going to do it before I get the light in, just makes it easier. And then we'll get that on the car. Once we got that on, we can get the wheels back on and get it on the ground, and then we can take it for a little journey. I put a new, well, I tried to put a new one of these in, and I thought that they were the same as the pre-facelift, but that doesn't fit. I'll have to take the one out the other side and compare it. I knew on the Sport where you've got 2 that the second one is different, but I thought on the Lounge where you've only got the one, it was the same, but it just doesn't fit in, which is a bit odd. So we might have to try and sort of cut them apart, you know, cut it to get it to fit. It seems a bit too long for some bizarre reason. It's really strange. Not quite sure why. But yeah, we'll have a go at that as well. We'll do that afterwards before we put the wheel on. Yeah, great guns. I'm not going to bother cleaning the engine or anything like that now. We'll do that after we've serviced it. But I'll give all this a clean before I put the bumper back on. But yeah, let's take you out into the garden, and we'll get this bumper wet sanded and polished. So we're going to give this a bit of a wet sand. So what we've got here is a little bit of water and 2,500 grit. Now, also a good thing to put to use, as well as just ordinary water, is washing up liquid water, which I have in a spray bottle. So this bottle is marked panel white, but it's not panel white. It's just squirty water. So we give it a good douse. So we're going to sort of wet sand up to about here, where we sort of, you know, where there was a little bit of overspray, but very, very lightly on those bits, because that is just only overspray. So we get on here, make sure there's plenty of water. We just sort of up to there. You can sort of feel it as well if you run your hand across it. You can feel where it's smooth and where it's not. No, I'm putting no pressure on this at all. I'm just letting the paper do the work. So it's going nice and smooth now. I mean, it wasn't unsmooth before, but obviously there's a difference between smooth and, you know, desirable paintwork smooth. So obviously when this is dry, it will go all hazy. Now the secret of this as well, so I'm led to believe, is not to go in circles, to go up and down, side to side. Don't go in circles. So just go in different directions. Got a little bit up here as well. Obviously the polish itself will help to do this as well, but this is obviously just getting rid of any imperfections, any overspray, and just general imperfections in the paint, in the lacquer, really, getting it smooth. And obviously if there's any orange peel, which there wasn't particularly, to be honest, in this, it will get rid of that as well. Don't really need to worry about that, trim's going in there, but we'll do it anyway. So we're just going up there a little bit, just a little bit, nothing much. As I say, this is a very, very light sand. We don't need to be too worried about it. There we go. And what we'll do is we'll just rinse it off with some clean water. Just towel it off with a bit of blue roll and let it dry. And then we'll get the polish on it. So I think that is enough. Don't think we need to do any more. Yep, that'll do. Right, let's go and get some clean water and just wipe this down, rinse this off, because obviously we've got soapy water over it. And then we'll come back when it's gone hazy and it's dried, and then we'll get the polish on it. Right, as you can see, it's all a bit hazy and nasty. Just going to clean this pad using the funny brush. Okay, and then we've got the old trusty G360. This is the old one, and I'm just using it up. It's nearly all gone, but just want to use it up before I start the new one. It's gone a bit hard actually in places. Don't need massive amount. I always probably put too much on, I think, but there you go. Right, so hopefully you can see this all right. And so it's a lot easier to do this without the light being in there. Probably going to need a bit more, I imagine. Turn the speed down just while we spread it. Right, now we'll give it a wipe. Got wet grass on it now, which is not good. There we go. Beautiful, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. A little bit more needed there. Yeah, it's more the overspray actually rather than anything else, but we need to put a little bit more attention. The actual bits I've painted, perfect. Yeah, beautiful. Colour is a good match from what I can see. Right, I'm just going to concentrate on those bits just here and just here. Put a bit more on, and then I think that'll be it then, and we can get the bumper on. Right, here we are. So it's not as easy doing this when it's up in the air actually. It's quite a bit more difficult. So we've got to threadle those through as well. Though my wife tells me that threadle isn't a word. I know it's getting stuck. So we've got to try and not at all easy. I'm sure there must be an easier way of doing this. Like that. like that. There we go. Sure, it's probably come through in the wrong position, but there you go. I'm just going to whack one bolt in it, just so it doesn't fall off, whilst I connect up the DRLs and feed those through in the correct place. Now that has to go down there under the light. Bloody hell, what stupid design these are. Why do they do this? Now we've got to feed that up through there somehow. How the hell? I think we need something to get hold of it. A screwdriver or something to poke in there, so we can get it in the right position. I'm wondering whether it would be easier to do it the other way. There we go. There you go. Yeah, I'm wondering if it was whether easier to put it into there and then into there afterwards. But now it's on, we'll do it. This one doesn't look as if it's going to be as easy. Okay. It's there. There it is. There we go, that's it. That was a pain. Yeah, probably easier to put them in there, feed them through and attach them to the lights. It's quite difficult to figure out how they actually attach to the lights. It's sort of, it's a bit hit and miss. It's not obvious how they attach to the lights. Right, let's plug the DRLs in, which ideally you do before you put it on, but because it's tap that with a hammer, because if you don't hear the click when you put that cable on, then it might fall off. We'll give it a little bit of a tap. There we go, heard the click then. Right, get down here. And, oh, I know what I haven't done. I haven't connected up the fogs. Let's do those first. Push that into the hole. I can't actually see the hole because I've got my dark glasses on. There it is, do it by feel. Give that one a tap as well. There you go, heard that click. Right. That goes in nice on the new wing. Shall I leave that down there? I'll tell you what I have got to do, which I haven't done. I'll do that at a later date, I think. I need to put a riv nut in the other wing. For some reason that wing hasn't got a riv nut in it. We'll do that at a later date. Because for the moment, I just want to get it all on. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Done. Nicely repaired. All blends in nicely. I think we might still need a little bit more polish on there. Yeah, we will. I must have missed that bit. It's difficult when you're doing it on the ground, but yeah, no, I'll come along and I'll do that bit as well. But yeah, that's it. On. Nice. I'm going to get the wheels on now, and then we'll sort that wing out, as I say, another time. Just must make sure I don't forget it. So all nicely repaired. I've got to get that bit of trim on as well. I'll do that this morning, and then get the number plate on as well. But yeah, this is the bit I was referring to. I think this is a bit of overspray. I might give that another bit of a wet sand. Apart from that, blends in nice. Yeah, it looks really nice. Nicely repaired. Yeah, well pleased with that. Okay, we'll get all the bolts done up. We'll polish that. We'll get the bonnet down. Then we will get the wheels back on, and we will move it up the drive, backwards and forwards up the drive, see how it works, hope the clutch works, hope the gearbox works. It did when it was stolen, so there's nothing to make me think that it won't now. But you never know, of course, you never know. Right, let's do it. I'll be back shortly once I've got this all back together. Right, okay, so number plate is on. I haven't polished that bit up yet. Bonnet shuts all lovely. It is looking really, really nice. So I've got to polish that bit of bonnet up, put that piece of trim on, and I think I may have to glue it because I think I broke off the tabs. So I'm not going to buy a new one for 70 quid. I'm going to use the one I've already got, which is brand new. But I tried to get it on. Now I don't know whether I broke them off both sides or whether I did it on one side and then realised I couldn't do it, so I left the other one. I don't know. I need to rake those out. Yeah, I might as well. It's pointless buying another one when I've already got one. If they were 20 quid, I'd buy one. But as they're like 70 quid plus, what's the point when I've got a brand new one? It just has to be bonded on rather than slotting into the slots. But we'll see. We'll see. And yeah, it's just looking fabulous. Fabulous. In such a short space of time. The wheels are lovely. Haven't done the back wheels obviously, but the front wheels are nice. That would just need a little bit of extra on some of the little tiny black bits, but it's not curbed. Colour looks good. Obviously looks a little bit different, but they always do with the bumpers. Not so as you notice particularly. Yeah, all blends in nice. You pretty much never know that corner was damaged, even though, as we discovered, that wing had been replaced once before. Oh, I must have a go at polishing that up as well. While I've got the polisher out, I'm going to see if I can polish that up. I don't know why that's all flat like that. It's a weird one. I'm hoping it is forensic dust and it's just sort of greasy. Yeah, looking brilliant. So now it's back on the ground with both wheels back on, obviously. I'm going to reverse it up the drive and bring it back down again. I'm going to hoover up some more of that glass because it's been up in the air. Hopefully some of the glass has moved and I can open and close the door to try and get the something to the focus, to try and get the glass to move away from that bit white plastic thing that's at the bottom. But I will leave it off for the time being and just keep doing that until I've managed to get it all off. And then yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll take it for a little spin and then we'll park it up outside for the time being, because as I say, I am waiting for parts to come, all these dash bits and the stereo, so we can get all that bit done, and then we'll concentrate on the back. So yeah, let's set you up, let's take it back, bring it forward, and yeah, just carry on. Flashing mileage. Oh yeah, it's because the stereo is disconnected. Right, as you saw, goes okay. It's a lovely light clutch on it, really nice light clutch. Yeah, I mean I haven't driven it properly, I've only gone up the driveway. I've got to load more glass out of here. I can still hear a couple of little bits. I've got one of my magnetic tools and poked it underneath that thing and pushed the load out. So there's still you can hear it, so still a little bit, tiny little bits left in there. But I'll leave that door card off as it gradually moves itself to the front or the back, then I'll get it out. I have in the past actually taken that chocolate box thing out. It's riveted in, there's a couple of 2 or 3 rivets I think it is, but I can't remember why I took it out. I think I lost something. Can't remember what it was. But yeah, no, goes lovely. I say goes lovely, as I say I haven't taken it for a drive, but yeah, so I've hoovered it all out again inside as well while I'm at it. So yeah, I will be back in a few days or a couple of weeks or something like that on this video, and we'll carry on. Actually, I say a couple of weeks, maybe at the weekend we'll hopefully the dash, no, sort of not the dash, I've got the dash panel, haven't I? That's on the back seat. No, it's not. Where is it? Where's the dash panel? Oh, I think I might have put it in the back of the other car that's in front of the house. But yeah, we'll get that on once we get the stereo, of course. Well, as soon as we've got the stereo, we can put the stereo in, so hopefully that'll be by the weekend, and yeah, that'll make a big difference. Okay, anyway, I will see you as and when. Right, the stereo and the surround have arrived, and this has arrived. This is the one that I asked the bloke, is it the pink or the red? And he said, yeah, it's red. And it is red, thankfully. So the other one I'm going to stick up for sale on eBay. So if you need a pink one, check out Love 500 on eBay. Yeah, so we've got a new one of those as well, obviously, because the old one was broken. It did get a message from the fella saying, when you get it, let me know. You can take a picture of the label and I'll send you the code. He has sent me the code. He said, I think it's this one, but if it's not, then message me. Which I suppose is sensible, because if it went missing in the post, you haven't given someone a working stereo because they haven't got the code. Although, of course, they could... oh, buttons come off there. Oh, what's going on with that? Oh, hopefully that'll just push back on. Yeah, so hopefully we've got a working... sorry, yeah, you wouldn't have a working stereo, which I suppose is quite a sensible idea. Right, I'm just going to get it in and, yeah, hopefully see if it works. Should do. So, what we need to do is move that out of the way for the time being. Much easier, these, than on the pre-facelift. So, first of all, we're going to put this in. Make sure we get it out the right way. Feed the cables through the middle. And that just pushes in. And then it screws in as well. I think there's 4 screws, isn't there? Starting to look neater already, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Go, right. Should have used my power one, really. So if that code he's given me doesn't work, I'm going to take a photo of it just in case it doesn't, and then if it doesn't work, I'll have to send him a message on eBay. Actually, I've got his phone number. I'll send him a text message. Right, that's that. Now we need to plug the stereo in. So you've got the 4 connections. So you've got, what have you got? You've got DA, well, I'm not sure which, can't remember which one's which off the top of my head, but you've got radio aerial, DAB, GPS. What's the other one then? USB, I think. That's probably the USB socket. Actually, yeah, let's take a picture of this before I put it in. Just in case. Just in case the code he's given me doesn't work. Right, so they're colour coded, you can't go wrong. So white goes to white, blue goes to blue, and grey. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? Oh yeah, grey goes to grey. They are actually different connections, so you, even if you ignored the colour, it wouldn't go on anyway. What's that noise? Someone burning the toast by the sound of it. I can't get that one in, I can't see it, that's the problem. Oh. Oh, it's one of my neighbours just getting exam results. I can't get this one in. This is the USB, there we go. When I say results, I'm talking about GCSEs. It's GCSE results today, isn't it? There we go. Right, if we just put that into the aperture without, you know what I've done? I've put that on. You have to put the stereo in first. I bet you were all shouting at me, weren't you? Oh dear. Okay, anyway, where's the keys? I need to put the code in. Let me just find the code that he sent me. Please enter anti-theft code. Okay, right. Enter. Oh, touchscreen, isn't it? Okay. Yay! Oh, it's showing us in our bath. So I'll be able to change that. I'll be able to log in and change that. Right, that's LBC, so no music on there, so that's working fine. Navigation.
I chose those words very carefully because I wanted people to actually ask themselves that question.
So it's got TomTom.
Sorry.
TomTom navigation.
But I am open to the
Yeah.
suggestion that she has been
Lovely.
to this place.
Nice one.
That she
Okay.
bears full responsibility for ending up.
Right, that all works. So what we will do is we'll take that out again and then put the stereo in and then put that back again, and then we're done on that. That's great. And then we can, now we've got the bits of trim as well, we can get those on as well. So this car is really coming together now. So let me just reverse everything that I've just done, then we'll come back once I've got it in. Okay, so I thought today, I've just finished working from home today, I thought I might as well put this bit on. So this is a new one. Obviously I've put the other bit on that's already over there. I thought I'd put this on, and then I'm going to do a little bit more hoovering in the door. I'll put the door card back on, I think. I can only do, if I have to take it off later on, I'll have to take it off, but I just want to get the door card on. But I think there is a little bit of glass left in there. Now obviously we have these that, where it was snapped off, and I think the screws are, hang on, do we have screws underneath on these ones? They might be different on these. Oh no, we don't actually. No, we got the one, oh, I've got to cut that off. We got the one there. Hang on, what am I looking at here? I'm looking at the wrong thing, aren't I? Have I got this up the right way? Oh no, it's this side, isn't it? Yeah, we got the one there. Oh, is that the only one we got on here? It's different to the facelift, to the pre-facelift. The pre-facelift has several. But this one doesn't. It has more push-in tabs, I suppose, which go in the holes there. Yeah, didn't realise that. Okay, that's good. There's less screws to undo. So basically, I think all I've got to do is take that one out, where they've snapped it, and then we can get that on. There you go. It's better, isn't it? There were the normal two screws there as well. I'd forgotten about those ones. But yeah, it just pushes on one screw there, and then the two screws there, and then we push that back. Get in there, aren't we? Get in there. So once I've got that on, all we really got to do is clean the inside, give the seats a clean, give the door cards a bit of a clean, and then we'll be done on the inside. Everything else is done, and then we'll just move on to the other bits and pieces. Right, the next thing we've got to do, now we've polished all this up, this is all lovely, just got a bit of polish there that I need to clean off, if we can. And what I will do here is I will spray some water, soapy water in there to help it go into place. You might have noticed that I've got a new one. Remember in the last video, or was it the beginning of this video, I can't remember, that I mentioned that I had one of these, but the tabs were all broken off. I didn't actually have one. I thought I could have sworn I did. I may have used them at some point, I'm not sure. Excuse the wind. But yeah, and they're actually, I thought they were 50 odd quid, but they weren't. It was actually 23 quid, so it's not too bad. So I bought a nice new one. Let's take the little label off. Right, so we'll give that a squirt in the holes, and we'll give that a squirt as well, just to help it along the way. And then hopefully put it around the right way helps. No, I did have it around the right way. Hopefully we will be able to push that on just like that. It makes all the difference when you get water on it, squirty water. All the difference. So we'll just give this another wipe. There we go. So we'll clean up all the rest of this at another time. Don't need to do it now. There, look at that, beautiful. What a transformation this car in such a short space of time. Into a little secret, I had another couple of bids today on another stolen recovered. Zero damage, apart from maybe a little bit of a scuff on the bumper. 2014 Sport. I did get it in the end. Sorry, let me zoom out. I didn't buy it, I let it go in the end because it was in Wolverhampton and it went up to about 1650, 1700. And I was working, I just had a phone call from someone at work as well, so I was trying to talk to them and bid at the same time. So I thought, no, I'll let it go. I don't want another car. I've got these two cars and I've got the one at my sister-in-law's, which I will be bringing over at the weekend, hopefully. So I didn't really want one, but there's a few more on there, stolen recovered. There's a couple of others I've got my eye on, which I might potentially buy. Yeah, I think what we're going to do now, the front is done now. So I think one thing I am going to try, although I do have a number of a PDR guy now, is I'm going to actually give it a go and see if I can pull that out. I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to probably do it on Friday, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm sure I won't be able to do it, but I'm going to try. But I am still looking at a hatch because we've got that scratch on the other side, and the paint is slightly. Let me show you actually, rather than just talking about it. Let me show you. So it ain't much. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. Down here, see, so it's not cracked, there's just like a few scratches, which may even polish out. I'm not sure they will. And we could sort it, but the reason I'm thinking I can't do it is because we're on this line. I'll heat it up, give it a pull with some glue, see what I can do. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I'd rather get the professionals. We've got to do the bumper anyway, haven't we? And this is now this is clean. This has got some quite bad scuffs on it, so I am going to repair it because it should come out like the front one did, really well. But we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to give it a go and see what I can do with it. But I'm still going to look for a replacement. I drove it around the corner up the road the other day. Not the other day, yesterday. Just to have a little sound of what the shocks were like. There's no noise on the shocks at all, so I'm not going to change them for the time being. I might potentially take it for an MOT first and see what happens. I am just turn the camera around. I've got this suspicion going by the bottom arm business, unless there's something on the one of those bottom arms that I can't see. Although it said I think both bottom arms on the MOT history. On the MOT history. Yeah, on the advisories, it said both. I can't see anything wrong with either of those bottom arms, so I'm just wondering whether the MOT place is a bit harsh. I was contemplating ringing them up and asking their opinion. Do you think you're a bit harsh? But I thought I'll go over it with a fine-tooth comb. The brakes have been done, obviously. The bottom arms don't look like they've been done, but I don't know. I'm just going to leave it for now, and I think I might leave the shocks. I will take it for a longer drive first, and you know, it's cheap, it's quick to do the shocks. But if they don't need doing, why do them? And see what it's like. See if it passes. We'll have a look at the bushes, top and bottom bushes, and see if they are slightly perished. We'll just change them. It's not worth messing around. But there are no clonking noises from the short journey up the road that I made. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is this. Let me show you. I'm only doing little bits and pieces now, apart from the hoovering and that. This was all pulled out, so again, I think I mentioned before, I reckon that they were trying to find Apple AirTag. So the fact that it's been pulled out both sides, that makes me think to put an Apple AirTag in your car, don't put it in one of these two places, because that's where they look. As well as the behind the dash, of course, which is a good place, I thought, to put it. But yeah, I'm going to push all those back into place, and then I think we'll do that door card. Right. Okay. So I'm not quite sure. Over a week has passed. Not quite sure how long. But we are today. First of all, let me just apologise for the wind. It's a nice sunny day today, but it was awful earlier on, and it's really, really windy. I know the north of the country have got really bad storms. We're just getting the wind, so it may affect the sound somewhat. So it's coming in gusts. So I apologise for that. as you can see, the bumper is off, very, very dirty behind, as it always is. This has obviously had a slight knock before because with that broken light and the bumper, but it's whatever it was really light. It's not in it and high, so it's not damaged anything behind here whatsoever. It's completely fine. Filthy dirty as they always are, so I will give it a clean up before I put it all back. I've got the wheels off because what I wanted to do is have a look. Let me just grab my new torch. Check this out. Look at that. Takes a Ryobi battery. It's not a Ryobi torch, but it takes a Ryobi battery. I'll show you it properly later. I wanted to look at these. So they actually look okay, really. But they are, I think we can safely say they're the originals. I think we can definitely safely say they're the originals. They're a bit on the crusty side. I did have a dentist appointment this morning, which is about a mile and a half down the road, and I took the car. It's nothing much, but if you listen every now and again, you do get a very, very small clonk. And I thought, you know what? For what they cost, I've got plenty of money in this car. I can tell them if it's had new shocks. Let's just change them. I've got them, haven't I? We might as well just do them. But specifically, there's nothing really wrong with these. However, they did come up on what I suspect was rather a harsh MOT. But I'm going to do them anyway. So while I got it up in the air, I've got it up on stands to do that bumper. I thought, you know what, let's just do it. So that's the plan today. I'm going to get that bumper done. Let me just show you the bumper again, what we've got to do. So the split has actually started here, which has obviously happened when the lights got broken. We got cracked paint around here. We've got loads of scuffs on here. So I am going to repaint this, not the entire bumper. I'm going to just blend in like I did on the front bumper. Encompass all those scratches. They're not going to polish out. They're really quite bad scratches. I'm going to put some tape over them. I don't want to paint them, especially because they've got the black rubber bits. I could potentially take them out. Actually, should I take them out? Maybe I will, actually. I might take them out. That would make it easier, wouldn't it? As soon as I've got the bumper off. If I was doing it with the bumper on the car, obviously you can't, but as I've got the bumper off, I might as well take them out. So I'm going to clean it all up. We're going to plastic weld this. Now, a lot of the time, in fact most of the time, and I've seen other people do, they actually plastic weld from this side. Now I have done that in the past, but I don't really like doing that. I prefer to plastic weld from the back, if you can get to it from the back, which I'm assuming you probably can. If you can't, then I'll do it at the front. But yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it here. Oh, sorry, here. Whoa! See, I told you about the wind. The wind's just not a good day for painting, I have to say. I'm going to have to. It is coming in gusts, coming and going, so I'll obviously have to paint in between the gusts of wind, which isn't ideal. And of course, we don't want the bumper blown away when it's just been painted. So we'll have to weight it down once we've done it. So yeah, I'm gonna hot staple it the other side and do some plastic welding. And then what we'll do is we will drill a hole here, which I've learned from you, because when I've done this before, you've said drill a hole there, and what that does is that stops the crack going any further. And then what we will do is we'll, as I say, plastic weld and hot staple behind it. We'll make a divot out here. We'll fill that with plastic filler and rub it down, etc, 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 and then paint it. So that's the plan for today, to get that done, and then whilst between stages of doing that, we'll get those shocks done. That's the plan. I haven't yet sorted out the hatch. I've been looking online to see if there are any hatches available. There's nothing that's really reasonably priced. There's a couple of sport ones, but I don't really want to put a sport one on it with a spoiler. I want to keep it as it should be. So that's the reason I haven't. I've got. They want this car. Today is, I think, the 23rd. Yeah, it's the 23rd of August today. They want this car, or she's 17, the girl, on the 21st of September. So I've got a month basically to get this done. So there's no immediate rush. Once I've done this bumper and shocks and so on, apart from the service, it's got to have an MOT and seat clean, the usual seat clean, general once over, and then the only thing left then is the hatch. So I've got plenty of time. So I'm going to leave it for the time being. Hope that I have got another number of somebody who does paintless dent repairs. If I find a hatch in the meantime, I will get one, because as we know, we've got scratches on this as well. So there is going to have to be some painting of some sort, I think. So it would actually be preferable to put another one on it. Only takes about half hour, 45 minutes to do that. Not any grief whatsoever. So we'll see. If one comes up, then I'll buy one. So I'm going to get on. I'm going to get this bumper sorted out. We'll come back in and out every now and again and show you what we're doing. Let's just get it done. Right. Okay, so there you can see a hole drilled in it just there. And we've plastic welded it there. I've made a divot in it, and then I've just spread some of the plastic around. And what we're going to do now is get some plastic bumper filler. It's polyester, I think. Polyester, yeah, polyester body filler. Get some of that in it. On the other side, if we turn it over, you can see we've got loads of. So I super glued it, pulling it all back together. Done that, and then I've put the hot staples in it. Once I've filled it and that, I'll get a blade on those and cut those off. But it's already quite sturdy. I took that out. I'm probably going to take that one out as well, because I'm going to paint that piece, but I'm going to blend into here, so I don't want to spray that. We'll obviously mask all the chrome out. I'm not going to take the chrome out because it's a bit of a nightmare to get those out in one piece without breaking them, so I'm going to leave it and just mask it off. Yeah, so I'm going to get some filler on that now. Actually, I might put a little bit of a melt on that as well, just to spread a little bit of plastic around it. Yeah, all going well so far. That is really already lovely and sturdy. Obviously the filler's not going to make it sturdier, of course. It's been all nicely hot stapled and plastic welded, so it's nice and strong now. As I say, that little hole drilled there just stops the split going any further, and this will all get painted and hopefully be invisible. We will see. Right, that's the first coat of filler. You can just about see the little divot there where I made a divot where the hole was drilled, so you might still be able to see that. So I might put a little bit of once I've rubbed it all down, I might put a bit of what do you call it? I've forgotten the sodding name of it now. The glaze stuff. What's it called? I don't know. You know what I mean. Yeah, can't for the life of me think what it's called. Put some of that over here. The finishing stuff. Obviously, we don't want to be able to see that. Yeah, it's coming along nicely so far. Just hope the paint. I'm confident the paint will match, because it matched on the front bumper, so there's no reason to think it won't match on the rear bumper. But yeah, no, it's repaired nicely. I'll leave doing the other things until such time as it's all done, and then I can just turn it upside down and do that. That light that I took out is actually broken. The glass is broken, so I'm going to have to get a new one of those. So I'm going to go indoors now and order one of those. Actually, no, I've got one. I bought one. I got one really cheap somewhere, brand new one, a proper Fiat one. But I've got a feeling it might be that side. I'm gonna have a look, see if I can find it, because it's in the garage in one of the boxes. So I'm gonna have a look, see if I've got it. That'll probably save me. I don't know how much they are. They've got to be 60 or 70 quid, I would think, at least, if not more. So yeah, fingers crossed I've got one. I'll go and have a look now. Old one, as you can see, got a chunk of glass missing there. New one. I did have one. It is the right one. It's exactly the same. I'm not even sure it is an actual authentic one. No, it's in a Fiat box. Yeah, made in Italy. Yeah, no, it is a genuine one. It's even got a bulb. It even comes with a bulb. How cool is that? So there's no actual broken bits on it. It just popped out. But of course, it's broken the glass, which is a real shame. But there's no point keeping that, is there? Absolutely zero point in keeping that. But yeah, luckily we got a new one. That's good. I'll put that in there safely, so it doesn't end up getting blown off in the wind and broken, and we'll bin this one. That's good. New shocks. I haven't torqued them up yet. I've just done them up with a buzz gun. The other one, the old one, I mean, they are the originals, I think. I was trying to see if there was a date on them. Don't think there is on these labels. I don't think 0916 is September 2016, because I think that's about when the car was made, roughly. But the actual bushes actually look okay. I mean, they're a bit crusty, but they actually look alright, which is presumably why they weren't really making much in the way of noise. All the metal inserts are all okay. I'm not going to keep them, I'm going to get rid of them, but as they are, what, 8 years old, but they're actually not too bad. Bumper, I'm just about to put primer on the bumper. It's come up quite nice, I think. There you go, no shock. I'm going to give all these a clean as well before I get it back on, and of course going to clean the back up as well. Let me just show you the bumper so far. There you go. Can't see it at all now. So I've roughened up all around here, so I've taken that middle one out as well, and then we'll mask up this. That's the only thing we need to mask, I think. And then we'll give it all a bit of a paint. We'll get some primer on there first, block that down, and then we'll get some base coat on. Within the next hour or so, this will be done. Right, okay, so it's only temporarily on. It's I'm going to do the screws up so I can get the wheels back on. But I've just pushed the lights back. I haven't done the bolts up down here, and I haven't put the bolts in the lights themselves. I just want to get the wheels on and get the car out of the way, but it's all done. The only thing I need to do tomorrow is to wet sand it and then give it a final polish. But yeah, it looks great. It blends in. It's a little bit orange peely, as they always are, but once we've wet sanded it and polished it, it'll be absolutely fine. You can see where the lacquer's blended in there. That will, again, like I did on the front bumper, that'll just be sanded as well. I also painted this bit up here, and as you can see, all of the scratches down there are all gone. They're all painted, so yeah, job well done. So we'll wet sand that, and then sort of, the bit I've painted and that bit there, which is just a little bit of overspray. I've put the sensors back in. Yeah, all is good, just to polish, and then it'll be finished, and then we'll get the reason I haven't put the lights back in probably is just because I want to polish, not so much that side but this side. I just want to polish the bit at the top as well and wet sand it just so it's even, really. Yeah, nice, really good colour match. You can't see the repair at all. Yeah, well pleased with that. And of course, as I said, all the scratches, those marks you can see on it it's my finger marks. I've only actually done the top coat of this about an hour ago, so it's still probably quite soft. I haven't damaged it, it's just dusty fingerprints where I was trying to get the bumper back on. I'd forgotten that I had the hot staples. Of course it wouldn't sit down properly because of the hot staples, so I had to get me thing there and cut them all out. So there's all the little shards of that on the floor down there somewhere. They'll wash away in the rain. That's gluey stuff there. I need to get that off. I don't know what it is. It's something that's flicked up the back of it, which I'll have to get the old tar remover on. I didn't even notice it, to be honest with you, but I'll do that when I polish it all up, not a problem. But yeah, looking good. This is a really good match, this colour. Really good match. That's two cars in a row, 2014 and this 16 facelift, where it's been a really, really good match. Well pleased. So I think we'll see you tomorrow. I'll just get this wet sanded tomorrow, and then we'll wrap this video up, and then we'll move on to the next one and whatever's left to do. There you go, rear bumper all done. You cannot see that repair at all, and the paint blends in perfectly. I polished the other side of the bumper as well, as you saw. Yeah, all looks really, really nice. I'm pleased with that. So there was me contemplating getting a new bumper, There's absolutely no need for certainly for minor damage like that. Yes, it was a crack, but with a bit of patience and the right tools, there's no reason why you can't repair it. So that is that. So I did say that I was going to get a PDR guy down to do this. This dent in the wherever it's gone, dent in the boot lid, didn't I? In the tailgate. There are some scratches on it as well, as I said, which I would have had to sort out some way. I've kept looking, as I told you, I kept looking to see if there was any that came up. One came up for £90 from a 2019 car, so 3 years younger than this, but I'm hoping that the paint is going to match. I've managed to get it for £80. It came up for 90, I offered him 80 and he accepted it. The problem is he's in Ipswich, which is about an hour and a half, hour and 50 minutes from me. M25, A12 to Ipswich. I've arranged to pick it up tomorrow morning. They don't open until 9 o'clock, unfortunately. So I'm going to set off early, get a bit of breakfast on the way, pick that up. My mum and dad happen to live in Felixstowe in Suffolk, which is only 30 minutes away. So I'm going to go and pay them a visit, have a cup of tea before I come home. So all being well, tomorrow afternoon when I get home, I'll swap the boots over. Fingers crossed they match. If they don't, then we'll revert to plan A. But I think they probably will. It's more likely to match on a facelift car. I do believe, I think, that it has privacy glass on the back. Now, it has come, it's not sport, because it's not got a spoiler on it or anything like that. I'm not sure what it's come off of. Maybe it's come off of a pop star or something. I don't know. I don't know what it's come off of, but it does appear to have privacy glass. That doesn't actually matter. And I'm not going to throw this one away. What I'll probably do is keep it complete. I think it's complete bumper. I think it's a complete hatch, so I'll just literally swap it. So all the ancillaries are on this, i.e. the handle, which has got good value in it, wiper motor, and so on, have all got some value. So I may sell the entire hatch, or I might actually take those off, either keep them or sell them, and then sell it really cheap, or try to sell it really cheap, even if it's 20 quid. 20 quid's 20 quid, isn't it? If someone wants it and they can repair that, which of course a lot of people can, or they can get it repaired, apart from that, it's a good, solid, someone might just want the glass. In fact, I think I sold one in the past that someone just wanted the glass, which is fine. It saves me giving it to the scrap man, which of course I can do. But we'll make that decision as and when, depending on whether it fits or not. Well, not whether it fits, whether it looks all right, whether it matches. So I am going to finish this video here. We'll do that on the next video. And then the only things we've got left to do is a proper clean on the inside, wet clean the seats. I think everything else is done now. Service, got to service it. And I'm going to book an MOT for the end of next week. I am away for 3 days next week, so I'm not going to be able to do it till the back end of the week, so I'll probably see if I can get one booked for Friday maybe. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. We will see you probably next week on this one, I would imagine. So until the next one, as always, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, hit the button, subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. And until next time, thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.